Sonora FM, part of Kompas Gramedia Radio Network. Selamat pagi untuk Anda sahabat Sonora yang masih bergabung bersama kami. Saya masih menemani Anda di Sonora Pagi. Namun kali ini seperti yang tadi sudah saya sampaikan ya, di jam terakhir untuk Sonora Pagi kita akan ngobrol bersama Kampus Pain ya, yang mana memang ini akan selama 1 jam ke depan. Jadi silakan untuk Anda yang punya pertanyaan boleh sampaikan ke WhatsApp kami di 0812-112-9200, atau kalau Anda mau ikutan komen juga di live streaming, karena kita juga lagi live streaming di kanal YouTube Sonora FM, Anda juga boleh sampaikan pertanyaan Anda di sana. Dan sahabat Sonora, ini terkait dengan talkshow bersama Kampus Pain. Jadi memang dunia pendidikan untuk saat ini menghadapi tantangan yang tidak mudah akibat dari pandemi Covid-19. Karena memang harus merubah kebiasaan pembelajaran tatap muka menjadi pembelajaran jarak jauh. Namun di tengah keterbatasan ini, SMA Kolese Kanisius menolak, menyerah dengan keadaan dan kembali menggelar Pameran Pendidikan yang ke-22 pada tanggal 9 hingga 11 September 2022 mendatang. Nah, Pameran Pendidikan untuk tahun ini akan dilakukan secara hybrid dan juga diikuti oleh berbagai universitas dari dalam dan juga luar negeri ternama, kemudian kedutaan besar dan agen pendidikan. Nah, salah satu universitas luar negeri yang ikut dalam Pameran Pendidikan Kanisius adalah Kampus Pain, di mana untuk pagi hari ini kita akan berbincang dengan tim Kampus Pain seputar keikutsertaan dalam kegiatan ini. Dan sudah bersama saya Mr. Isaac Martinez Barcia, Spain Country Representative for Indonesia. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi semua.
Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's in Spanish? Buenas tardes.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. How are you today?
Very good, very good.
Very good. So before we on earth, I just know that we are on the same age. So is it okay if I call you just Isaac, or I have to call you Mr. or Sir?
It's perfect, Isaac.
It's okay, Isaac. Okay, but first of all, thank you for coming, for joining us today, even coming to our studio in this morning in the middle of the rain.
Thank you for inviting me, of course.
Okay, just let start this talk show about Campus Pain. What is the main reason for Campus Pain joining again in the 22nd Canisius Education Fair this year, Isaac?
So we are very happy to join again in the Education Fair of Canisius. Canisius is one of our best schools. I was very happy this year to be in the graduation ceremony of Canisius. It was an honor for me. And then we want to continue with the help for Canisius students and be there for the students and families in order to offer them more opportunities for study.
Wow. Is it like the third times Campus Pain joining in the Canisius?
Yes. We've been already doing plenty of events. We've been in Indonesia since 2017, and every year we try to do better and be in more places. That's what we are doing.
Okay. So how is the result from the same event last year? Last year, Campus Pain is also joined the event, right?
Yes.
How was the result?
It's very, very good. We had some students interested on studying in Spain, and actually we had some student that was going to Spain. We are very happy.
Oh yeah,
have an excellent student, and he's going to do great. Yeah.
How many students that chose Spain to continue their study to Spain?
Actually, in our program, because it's very tailor-made for every student, it's not what you consider a lot, around 7 to 8 students, okay, from Indonesia.
Oh yeah.
But that's already good result, okay. Every year is better, and the attention to every student is individualized. So yeah, we are very happy. Of course, every year trying to make it better.
And getting better,
yeah.
Of course. And is it true that the most students in Spain are foreign students?
Well, Spain is #1 destination for Erasmus students. I don't know. Erasmus is a program that we have in the European Union in order to promote European citizenship feeling. So the Commission promotes student exchange between countries, and Spain is #1 of the destination for Erasmus students.
How about Asian students?
For Asian students, it is the future. So every year we're getting more students, okay, because also like Asian students are getting more interested on studying in Europe, but still is not the super famous destination, Spain and Europe. Not yet.
But with you, Campus Spain joining the event, in every event in Indonesia to introduce Spain, that Spain is also good for the students. You can choose to learn in Spain. Maybe it's getting better in next year, I guess.
Yes. That's the reason why every year we are having more students. Every year we are doing better. We think that we provide the students a new option, a super interesting and balanced options for their future career. And overall we are super happy about it. Of course, we have still super big room for improvement. Going to more schools, being in more events, and just introducing the opportunity to study in Spain.
Okay, back to the topic. Is there any special program that Campus Spain like to offer to the students that take part in the 22nd Canisius Education Fair?
So basically, what we have for the students is a LCA program. LCA stands for Language, Culture, and Adaptation to University. And overall, what we do is we provide the pathway in order to access to public state universities in Spain. And in this program, we include all the pathway from Indonesia until they get to the university.
Oh wow! So LCA, what's that stands for again? Language, culture,
and adaptation to university.
What's in the one LCA? Is the LCA is what's it called? The students need to follow this LCA first before they study in Spain.
For the students to make admission in European Union universities, first we need to compile with the regulation of the country. But overall, we always need to legalize their high school. So in the European Union, they will have 8 levels of education, being PhD level 8. Okay, so bachelor is level 6. But for you to access level 6, you have to finish your high school, which is level 5. So what we are doing first is we legalize their high school from their country of origin, in this case Indonesia. We legalize it in order to be equivalent to level 5, and we make application to university, which is level 6. And also, in the case of Spain, the students are required to have some level of Spanish and some certificate in order to access public universities with the good scholarships that they offer.
Wow, so interesting. Can I join that?
Yeah.
Maybe one day. But maybe Isaac, could you describe what is the main role of Campus Spain in preparing Indonesian students to study in Spain?
So as I mentioned before, we start from the very beginning. So whenever we are talking with a student, first of all, we want to know what their interests are. Like maybe they want to have some major in some specific. Maybe they are considering 2-3 options. And then we interview them. We get to know them, what their interests are, what their desired pathway to university is. And then we start a process on checking their options for accessing university. And if everything goes good, then they enroll. We help them with the visa. All the process, they arrive in Spain, we take care of them, provide them
end to end.
End to end. Since they are in the high school deciding what to study until they get the admission to their desired university, the university they chose.
Wow. So about the question, like maybe Campus Spain receive so many questions about why we have to study in Spain. What about Campus Spain? What is the most commonly question that ever asked by the students about Campus Spain?
Wow. We receive super difficult different questions. Sometimes they ask about majors. What majors are available in Spain? And short answer is all. I mean, we are a country of around 48 million people. We have 50 public universities, 44 private. We have all kind of majors available. Also, they ask about how is the cost of living in Spain. And specific, how is the university, and we answer all that individually. We provide them list of options. We tell them about the cost. We tell them how is to live in Spain. Yes, that's overall the questions.
So many varieties about the questions.
Indeed. Yeah.
Okay, but Isaac, we will have to break first. We will continue this talk show. Dan untuk Anda, sahabat Sonora yang mungkin penasaran juga Campus Spain ini seperti apa sih? Apakah ada persyaratan yang perlu dijalankan? Bagaimana cara apply di Campus Spain? Silakan Anda boleh sampaikan pertanyaan Anda di WhatsApp kami 0812-112-9200, atau Anda juga boleh sampaikan pertanyaan Anda di live streaming kami, karena kita juga sedang live streaming di kanal YouTube Sonora FM. Kami segera kembali.
Anda masih bersama kami di Sonora Network.
Boarding dulu guys, New York I'm coming.
Kamu bikin konten kok kelihatan boarding pass-nya sih?
Emang kenapa? Ya nggak apa-apa lah, biar orang-orang tahu aku mau traveling ke New York.
Bukannya gitu, orang-orang pasti percaya. Tapi di boarding pass itu kan terdapat kode yang memuat banyak informasi pribadi. Nanti kalau disalahgunakan sama orang jahat gimana?
Hah? Masa sampai segitunya?
Iya dong, kode tersebut memuat informasi kontak pribadi seperti nama, nomor paspor, nomor HP, dan juga lainnya. Selain itu, di dalam kode tersebut juga terdapat informasi destinasi tujuan penerbangan, nomor kursi, sampai nomor akun frequent flyer dan juga member penerbangan kamu.
Ih, serem juga ya. Ya udah deh, aku hapus videonya.
Spontan. Program untuk memenuhi kebutuhan sahabat Sonora pecinta olahraga. Dikemas dalam perbincangan santai namun komprehensif bersama tim redaksi bolasport.com, portal berita sports terkemuka yang menyajikan berita olahraga dengan cara yang menarik dan entertaining. Spontan hadir di Radio Sonora setiap Kamis mulai pukul 7 malam live di kanal YouTube Sonora FM.
Kenali lebih dekat atlet, tokoh olahraga, update event olahraga terkini, dan serba-serbi menarik lainnya dari dunia olahraga. Anda juga dapat berinteraksi langsung dengan kami di studio via WhatsApp dan Telegram 0812 112 9200 atau kolom komentar kanal YouTube Sonora FM.
Bersama kami di Sonora Network ya, dan juga masih bergabung bersama saya Mr. Isaac, Spain Country Representative for Indonesia. We'll continue this talk show. Maybe you can enlighten us what is Campus Spain.
So basically what we do is we promote Spanish universities, okay, and we promote the students to go to study full bachelor's or full master's into university in Spain, specifically to public state universities, because public state universities in Spain have super big scholarships, okay, are subsidized by the Spanish government. So overall, we offer like a very good value for money quality of university, okay. So for the students to access these public universities, so we help them through all the process, okay. We compile with all the regulation, the visa, so on. Plus also the application to university itself, because the application to university goes through the national system for universities. And yeah, so we are with the students from the beginning until they get admission to their desired university and desired major.
You help the students that wants to study in Spain from end to end, like you answered before, like you just described before.
We help them, and of course we promote the study in Spain. That's our objective, because we believe Spanish education is top-notch, European quality education. Spain is a super great country to live in. But the main issue is that people do not know that this option is available. They know about Netherlands, they know about France, they know about Germany, but they don't know about Spain. And in the case for Spain, is very similar to the German model. You are going to be paying around 600 euros per year, which is 10 juta Indonesian rupiah per year. So at the end, it's a super good deal. So that's our objective, to promote Spain and offer the students more options for their career.
Okay, so how to apply to Campus Spain? Because there are so many listeners that listen to our talk show right now. They are talking about how to apply to Campus Spain.
You just can search us on social media, okay. You just can search us on our website, and then we have there a form for the students to just input their contact data. And as I mentioned before, this is individual with every student, so we are going to get back to the student. We are going to ask like, okay, so you want to study, I don't know, maybe international relations or business or architecture. And then we are going to get in touch with the student and advise them individually what options do you have for university. You have this. So they just fill in the data, and then we will get back to them. Okay.
Okay. what is the most favorite major?
For Indonesian students, based on our previous students, it is very diverse. We have a lot of people studying business and marketing, but we have also studying computer engineering,
Okay.
other kind of engineering like civil and mechanical engineering also. We have some students also interested in chemistry, biochemistry, all kind of agriculture, and then also we have some students that likes architecture or arts. So we have a very diverse variety of students.
Wow, art is so good, and also in Spain is also full of art and culture. Like it's a good, what is called a good to choose to study in Spain, to choose art, and also some varieties of major that you can choose in kampus Spain ya sahabat Sonora. Jadi memang banyak banget ini tadi disampaikan oleh Isaac untuk pilihan majornya, tapi memang yang cukup banyak yang menjadi favorit adalah bisnis dan juga marketing. Tadi cukup banyak juga untuk di-apply terlebih untuk Indonesia student, mahasiswa dari Indonesia atau murid-murid dari mahasiswa. Isaac, what kind of preparation that students should focus on?
Meanwhile, you are there in Indonesia. What we always tell the students is just focus on finishing your high school. Try to learn the most. Try to have as good grades as you can, okay? Because that's how we are going to work on the application to university based on your grades. In the case of Spain, students do not need to have GMAT or IELTS or nothing. No need of these exams. Okay?
No need IELTS and TOEFL.
No, because these exams are mostly focused on your level of English, and universities in Spain, like they are not based on your English marks. Okay.
Oh, nice. So, like in the other country, like you have to finish your TOEFL like in what score, like 500 and something that you can apply to any universities.
I know.
But not in Spain.
No, the system of universities in Europe, just for you to have in mind, is mostly based on public state universities. So education is a huge part of the government programs. The objective is for people to access as much as possible to university, because if you have high educated citizens, later on they are going to have good job positions and they are going to pay taxes.
Just that.
The system is based, if you have the ability and the skills to study, then you can study. It's not that much based on your budget, okay?
Okay.
And then, IELTS and GMAT are required for access to universities, but in the US, in Australia, in the UK, because they are measuring those skills for those universities. But for universities in Europe, like they are not going to require that. They are going to require, like first, like I mentioned before, like have your high school legalized to the European requirements, and then some countries they are going to require you to have a local level of the language. In the case for the Spanish, Spain, Spanish. In the case of Germany, German, and so on. Okay.
Wow. So it's like students finish their high school and then they can apply in every university in Spain.
Yes, we can apply to any university. But we need to see their marks, what they want to study, and go through the process of legalization of documents and so on. But they can go to any university.
Wow, so easy to apply there, I guess. But the most frequently question to us about the cost to study in Spain, for living costs and for study costs. How much?
So, as I mentioned, studying in Spain is very affordable and super good value of money. We have government scholarships because the tuition fees are subsidized by the government in public universities. So, student fees per year starts in around 600 euros per year, which is right now around 10 juta Indonesian rupiah per year. Okay, and then living cost. Of course, depending on the city, but I would say in medium cities you can live with 500 euros or less, of course, depending on how
much
you adapt. Accommodation, you can have rooms starting in 250 euros, okay? So total budget for month, 500 euros, which is 8 juta per month. And then in medium to like big cities, Madrid, Barcelona, maybe you are going to need 700 euros, okay, which is right now 11 to 12. I made it in Madrid with 700 euros per month, and if I if I made it, I'm sure the students can.
Yeah. So it's pretty affordable to students to study in Spain with that living cost, with that study cost. It's pretty affordable.
Yeah, in here, I would like to mention that the price in the case of European universities, in the case of Spanish universities, is not related with the quality, because sometimes the students are a bit confused about that. Okay? Of course, you pay 10 juta or 600 euros. You are not covering the cost of the university. The teachers of the university are super high skills and they have a good salary, of course, and the university has a lot of cost. But the rest of the money, the rest of the cost of your university is covered by the government.
Wow.
So at the end, whenever you are going to a public university in Spain, you are receiving top-notch European quality, okay, among the 5 best % of universities in the world, okay. And yes, what you're paying is 10 juta, because the rest of the money is subsidized by the government, because again, what they want is for the students, for the people to go to university as much as they can.
Wow, it's so easy to apply there, I guess.
Well, yes, you just have to follow a process, okay, but all the students are very welcome to apply, okay. Again, we just need to review what they want to study, a little bit their marks, and but yeah, for 99% of cases, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay, maybe the next question is: are there any preparation after the students arrive in Spain?
So normally, when the students arrive in Spain, we need to do 2 or 3 things. First of all, they need to learn Spanish, okay?
Yeah.
And meanwhile they're learning Spanish, we process the documents for them, okay? We process all the documents in order to make application to university. We send the documents to the Ministry of Education, and in around 2 months, 2 or 3 months, they give us an answer. Okay, everything is ready, you can go ahead with university. And also, meanwhile, we are doing this, the academic team, in the part of adaptation to university, they have a weekly meeting. They tell the students what's going to be required, in the sense like what kind of assignments, how the exams are going to be in European university, how to ask individual tutorship with your teacher, and also they advise individually on the final selection of majors and universities, okay? Because what we give the students at the beginning is some list of options, but the final selection is made on a couple of months after, okay? So the students have time to check the syllabus of every program. We sometimes ask the students to get in touch with the coordinator of the university and the major. Sometimes even they can go to visit the university, okay? So they are actively involved in the selection of universities because it's their choice.
Yeah. How long does it take to from when you start to apply to Campus Spain until you finally study in Spain? How does long it takes?
We have 2 intakes. One, it takes in October, okay, and that intake takes 10 months, okay. That's the process if you have a 0 level of Bahasa Español.
Yeah.
And we have an intensive course, which is the same amount of hours and everything, but it starts on January, because for some students that wants to do master, or for other countries that their academic year ends on November.
Oh, okay. Jadi a bit difference in for every students.
Yeah, but mainly like between 7 to 10 months. That's
7
the
to 10
process
months.
to take that it takes to learn a little bit the required Spanish level plus process all the documents for the university.
Oke, jadi membutuhkan waktu sekitar 7 sampai 10 bulan ya, sahabat Sonora, dari mulai awal apply sampai akhirnya bisa kemudian belajar di Spanyol di universitas pilihan anak-anak Anda, seperti itu. Isaac, we have to break again, oke, dan untuk Anda sahabat Sonora, silakan juga yang punya pertanyaan, nanti akan saya bantu tanyakan ke Mr. Isaac right here, right now, and this morning. Jadi silakan sampaikan ke WhatsApp kami di 0812-112-9200, atau Anda juga boleh sampaikan kembali. Silakan Anda bisa menyaksikan talk show pagi hari ini di kanal YouTube Sonora FM. Kami segera kembali.
Anda masih bersama kami di Sonora Network.
Radio Sonora merupakan bagian dari Kompas Gramedia Radio Network yang hadir sebagai barometer informasi pendengar Jakarta Greater dengan kelompok usia dewasa. Dengan brand positioning news, traffic, and music, Sonora hadir dengan 33 radio di Sumatera, Jawa, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, dan Bali, menjadikan Sonora jaringan radio swasta terbesar di Indonesia. Dengan target segmen dewasa, usia 30 hingga 45 tahun, dengan komposisi berimbang antara pria dan wanita, SIS mayoritas A dan B, Sonora menjadi acuan bagi para entrepreneur, para pengambil keputusan dalam perusahaan, karyawan swasta, dan para ibu keluarga sejahtera. Radio Sonora berkomitmen untuk menjadi acuan informasi situasi Jakarta dan sekitarnya, sekaligus menyajikan berita-berita terupdate dan terpercaya dari dalam hingga luar negeri, sehingga dapat menjadi acuan dalam pengambilan keputusan. Radio Sonora.
Sukses di Indonesia menawarkan pengalaman belanja dan hiburan bertaraf internasional. Grand Indonesia terdiri dari East Mall dan juga West Mall yang dihubungkan dengan Skybridge. Lokasinya sangat strategis karena terletak di jantung kota Jakarta, yaitu Bundaran HI, dan juga terintegrasi dengan beragam moda transportasi, sehingga sangat mudah untuk dijangkau dari berbagai wilayah. Dengan lebih dari 350 tenan yang terdiri dari fashion, beauty, lifestyle, dan juga lebih dari 100 tenan F&B, Grand Indonesia bisa menjadi destinasi dan juga tempat untuk berbelanja, berkumpul, dan menghabiskan waktu dengan orang terkasih. Nah, untuk saat ini, Grand Indonesia mempunyai banyak tenan baru seperti Cinnabon dari Amerika dan menjadi gerai pertamanya di Indonesia, yang mana menawarkan roti cinnamon yang sangat lezat, Atmos Pink. Ini juga merupakan toko pink pertama di Indonesia. Ada pula Kidzuna, tempat bermain anak-anak dengan area yang luas dan menjadikan Kidzuna terbesar se-Indonesia. Kemudian Xiaomi, toko gadget yang tidak hanya menyediakan berbagai jenis gadget dengan kisaran harga yang menarik, tetapi juga sering melakukan kampanye kepedulian terhadap lingkungan dan pastinya masih banyak tenan-tenan lainnya. Jadi tunggu apa lagi? Sampai jumpa di Grand Indonesia.
Sekarang bisa dengerin Radio Sonora kapan aja dan di mana aja lewat aplikasi Joox. Supaya hari-hari kamu selalu cerah, simak ragam acara terbaik yang kami persembahkan untuk menemani Anda dan keluarga Anda.
Anda masih bersama kami di Sonora Network.
Masih bersama kami sahabat Sonora untuk pagi hari ini talk show bersama Kampus Spain yang juga masih bergabung bersama saya Isaac, Spain Country Representative for Indonesia. We continue this talk show. We have talked about how to apply. We also talk about the living cost, the study cost. Kemudian we talk about what's the most favorite to choose by Indonesian students when they study in Spain. Maybe the next question is, what language that you use in Campus Spain? Are the subjects are taught in Spanish?
Okay. First, in Spanish universities, of course, you're going to Spain. Okay, so the language that people speak in Spain is Spanish. Okay.
Yeah.
In universities in Spain, you are going to find bilingual degrees. Okay, so that means that some subjects are going to be expected to be in English. Okay, but you are going to have other subjects that are going to be taught in Spanish. Okay, and that's normal and that's good.
Yeah.
The percentage of English and Spanish will depend on the university itself and the major. All those majors that are more like, I would say, international oriented, like international relations or international business, or of course they are going to have more degree of subjects in English. Okay. But Spanish should not be a handicap for any student because when they join Campus Spain, they learn Spanish. Okay,
Yeah.
they learn Spanish from level 0 until level B2, which is upper intermediate. Okay, learning Spanish is very easy to learn, especially for Indonesians. Okay, pronunciation is the same. Okay, let's go A B C D E.
Okay.
Okay, and you have plenty of words which are similar to Bahasa Indonesia. For instance, like mesa, camisa, zapato, bola, gratis, bandeira. Those are words that come from Bahasa Portuguese and Bahasa Español. And most of our students already have a good level of English. So for the grammar, it's going to be a mix between English and Bahasa Indonesia. And that's why in 7 to 10 months, they already got the upper intermediate level. And the Indonesian students are among the best, if not the best one of all our students.
So no need to worry. I don't know about the Spanish because they in 7 and 10 months they will learn first about Spanish.
Yes.
Learn about the language first.
Yes.
And then they're ready to study in a campus in Spain. Okay, Isaac, how about the pandemic COVID-19? Since pandemic COVID-19, how the students in Spain cope with the situation? Is the learning process been taking 100% online or like hybrid?
Okay, right now all the education in Spain is 100% on-site. Okay. During the worst time of COVID-19, which was 2020. Okay. From March until the end of that academic year, all the courses were online. Okay. But after that, in the end of 2020, all the academic institutions in Spain starts to be hybrid or on-site because the process of learning changed a lot when it's online.
Yeah.
It's harder to keep the focus. So we try to be in the classrooms as much as we can. Okay. In 2021, we had like a super strict measures of cleaning and safety.
Okay.
The schools were with the windows open in order to have super good ventilation. Okay. But the classes were on site, and right now are on site. 2022 was full on site, and right now the situation with COVID is, I would say, 99% normal.
Okay.
Of course, all the good parts of the good measures that we took in the worst part of COVID-19 are still there. For instance, all the classes, most of them are being recorded because maybe you are sick or maybe you cannot go to the class, so you're going to have the recording lesson. Okay. Most of the teachers have also a online office for the students to make consultations. So all those good parts, all the good measures that we took are still there. But right now the learning process is more focused on site.
Okay. Maybe you could give us some pictures. How the situation in Spain right now?
For COVID.
Yeah.
So I mentioned like 99% normal, which it means like we do not require to have face mask, neither outside, neither inside. I would say 95% of the population already have at least 3 vaccines of COVID. The oldest population and those ones that have other kind of hair diseases or hair problems, maybe they already have like 4 doses of vaccine and they have a specific protocol for them. So the situation with COVID is pretty much normalized. Okay, so there's no requirement of QR codes to enter in the spaces. As I mentioned, you do not require to have face mask even inside places. All kind of services are open, like bar, malls, restaurants, and so on. So the situation is pretty much normal. Of course, we keep tracking the COVID-19 in case some new variant or something happens, especially to try to maintain the health system as good, like not pressure in the hospitals. That's the most important for us. But I would say 99% the situation is back to normal.
You mentioned about the vaccination. How is the vaccination process in Spain right now?
So right now, as 95% of population already got at least 3 vaccines. Those ones that do not have it is because they chose not, and that's okay. And then for those ones that are elderly or they have other kind of health condition, they already can apply for the boosters, okay? And aside from that, if some student or someone gets to Spain and they want to receive another booster vaccine, of course, they just need to go to the medical center and they are going to get it, okay, for free. They are not going to require anything. You just go and they give it to you. Yes, and most of the vaccines that are being used in Spain are Pfizer and Modern, okay.
Okay. Some questions from our listeners. Mr. Troy here had a question for you, Mr. Isaac. So, Mr. Troy had a kid that will go to UK for undergraduate student exchange program,
Okay.
and then try to find university for postgraduate in Europe.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is there any scholarship for the postgraduate?
For master's degree.
Yeah.
Yes, also master's degree in public state universities in Spain have a big scholarship from the government, and the student fees are highly subsidized, so you can expect a public master's degree starting around 1,000 euros or even less, but 1,000 euros is could be a good start point, okay, which is I think 15 juta.
Yeah.
Okay,
15 juta
and that's the price of the full masters. Masters in the European Union range between 1 to 2 years. Okay, sometimes even 1 year and a half. Okay, so like it's perfectly possible to go for public universities to study masters. We also promote that among our students for those ones that they already finished their bachelor first.
Okay. Another question from Mr. Troy: which uni provides scholarships?
All universities provide scholarships, all public universities, because at the end, these universities are coordinated by the government, by the Ministry of Universities, okay? The only difference that it might be is that every region in Spain is free to choose the policy for international students, okay? So they can determine how much scholarship they want to give to international students. And for you to have in mind, especially Madrid and Barcelona, because they are super famous cities. They have a huge demand for international students. The scholarship that they give to the students is a little bit less, so the fees are a little bit higher. Okay, maybe 3,000 euros, 4,000 euros. It's also possible to study in Madrid and Barcelona. We have plenty of students there, but because the scholarship is a little bit less, the price is a little bit higher. Okay. But if you want to go to other universities with bigger scholarship, you have plenty of good universities and cities.
Okay. There's some question from Mr. Troy, but we have to break first. We will continue the question from Mr. Troy, Isaac. Dan untuk Anda sahabat Sonora, silakan masih saya tunggu di segmen terakhir. Nanti saya akan bacakan lagi untuk pertanyaan Anda yang sudah masuk di WhatsApp kami 0812 112 9200.
Anda masih bersama kami di Sonora Network.
On this day, what happened today in history?
8 September 1994, US Air penerbangan 427 yang dijadwalkan terbang dari Bandar Udara International O'Hare Chicago ke Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania dengan tujuan akhir West Palm Beach, Florida, jatuh dan menewaskan semua penumpang yang berjumlah 132 orang. Kecelakaan terjadi ketika US Air 427 hendak mendarat di West Palm Beach, Florida. Tanpa sepengetahuan kru, pesawat tiba-tiba berguling ke kiri. Pilot dan co-pilot pun berusaha mengendalikan pesawat kembali dengan memutar kemudi pesawat ke kanan. Namun, pesawat terus berguling ke kiri. Pesawat pun jatuh setelah beberapa saat. Tips meninggalkan tanaman saat berpergian. Bagi Anda yang hobi menanam dan memelihara tanaman di rumah, melakukan perjalanan keluar kota dalam waktu yang lama pastinya akan terpikirkan bagaimana nantinya dengan kondisi tanaman Anda. Mungkin saja menjadi tidak terawat dan rawan menjadi layu lalu mati. Untuk menghindari hal tersebut, ada beberapa cara yang bisa dilakukan, yakni beri pupuk sesuai ketentuan. Tanaman juga perlu mendapatkan nutrisi dari pupuk. Oleh karena itu, beri pupuk dengan mengikuti petunjuk pemakaian.
Anda masih bersama kami di Sonora Network.
The 22nd Canisius Hybrid Education Fair bersama Kampus Fair bersama dengan Isaac, Spain Country Representative for Indonesia. We continue the question from Mr. Troy. There are a lot of questions from Mr. Troy this morning. So another question is it difficult to learn Spanish language?
No, not at all. Like if you check the rankings, it's among the easiest language to learn. As I said before, for Indonesian it's even easier because the pronunciation is the same. Okay, we just have 5 vowels, and 5 vowels sound like a, e, I, o, u. Okay, and then we share a lot of words, and the grammar sometimes is similar in the sense, for instance, like the adjective is after the noun. So you say like rumah merah, and then in Spanish we say like casa roja.
Yeah.
And our students know English, so with those 2 things, you can get super good level in 7 to 10 months. And then we just had I was in Spain on Christmas, and I was with the students doing some tour. And I was surprised because after 2 or 3 months, they were already, when we were sightseeing, they were already receiving the tour in Spanish, and they were understanding everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And also maybe Spanish is because the second most spoken language in the world after English, I guess.
For the ranking of languages, if you take into account the number of native speakers, Spanish is the number 2. Okay, you have to remind that Spanish is spoken from South to North America. Okay, in America you can go from the very south, which is Chile. Okay, and then you go up to the States. And in the States, even Spanish is co-official language in some states like California, Texas, Florida. Spanish is co-official language there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So of course it's
not
a
too
huge
difficult,
asset. It's not too difficult, and it's a language that is going to open doors for the students. Okay, they already know English. Some of them they already know other language, Arabic, Chinese, or so on. And then you learn Spanish. Oh my God, you have most part of the world already covered.
Yeah, you can talk to anybody. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, another question from Mr. Troy, and also from some our listeners, the most frequently question: what is the benefits of study in Spain, Isaac?
Okay, I will try to keep it short.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to say 3. The first one, you're going to study in Europe with all the benefits that the study in Europe has. For instance, the standards of quality. You're going to be receiving a Schengen visa, so that means that you're going to be able to move in all Schengen countries without any further requirements. Students can also participate in Erasmus programs.
Yeah.
Okay. Benefits of studying in Europe, number 1. Number 2, it's studying in Spain is pretty affordable. It has very good cost of value for money. So we offer like a very good chance for the students. And the third one is indeed just live in Spain, live and enjoy Spain. Spain is number 2 most visited country in the world. It's a very diverse country. You can enjoy going to ski. At the same time, you can go to amazing islands. You have super nice beaches. Hundreds of monuments from Romantic time up to modernism. And super amazing cities like Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia. Even north of Spain is super beautiful. So just the opportunity to live and study in Spain, I think is great.
Oke. Untuk Pak Troy tadi semoga sudah terjawab semua pertanyaan Anda ya. Jadi memang untuk scholarship ini ada di semua public university di Spanyol ya. Tadi juga pertanyaannya seperti itu. Jadi untuk Pak Troy nanti juga untuk pengen tahu mungkin lebih jauh gimana cara apply-nya lagi, apa yang harus dipersiapkan nanti in the end of this segment, Mr. Isaac here will share the social media or the phone number for our listeners to ask more about the campus in Spain. Is it okay?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. So another questions from our listeners. Isaac, wait, I just lost the chat. From Mr. Tarcisius. is there any possibility to continue to study for ex-student which have certificate undergraduate program with online study program to apply in Spain university?
Yes, there's a lot of online master's degree. Okay, so if you want to study online, it's possible. We would need to check the requirements for you to make the application and access. But if I can give an advice, it's much better for the students to try to go there and have the classes on site, because the learning process is different. You're going to have a much closer relation with your colleagues, your classmates, your teachers, and you're going to do the networking in the university. Plus, you are going to have all the benefits of being in Europe and be there. You can try to do an internship. You can try to work in Europe afterwards. So studying online is fantastic option because the quality is going to be super good, quality of the contents and the teachers. But if you can go to study on site, in my opinion, is much better.
Okay, so there are no barriers for students who just finish their study online to then apply in every university in Spain. No barriers.
No barriers. The only thing, if you go on to apply for master's degree in Spain, you need to have done a bachelor at least 3 years. Okay, so this kind of bachelor, there is 2 years, something like that, is not valid in order for apply for masters in Spain. Okay, but if you have done already 3 years bachelor and then you already finished with your transcript of marks and your diploma, we can apply for public master's degrees in Spain.
And then you can go to Spain, sahabat Sonora, and enjoy the beautiful city of Spain. Okay, so the next question, we're back about medical support, about the vaccination you have mentioned before. How is the medical support in Spain, especially in the situation like this, as the students will be far away from home if they choose to go to Spain?
Okay, this is an interesting topic. Healthcare, public healthcare in Spain is one of the biggest pillars also of our society and government. Healthcare in Spain is top number 2 in the world. We have number 2 life expectancy in the world, fighting there with Japan. Okay, based I would say in 3 things: of course the quality of the healthcare system, also our habits. We try to be kind of healthy people, and also like the food, like we are in the Mediterranean. And about the healthcare itself, the coverage is free for the citizens, so you just can go to the hospitals, and whatever they do with you is going to be free because it's public healthcare. That includes anything, like whatever you have, they are going to take care of you. And even for international students, that also applies. Of course, whenever we are applying for visa, we need to check to have an insurance. But in the case of the students of Campus Spain, that's already included. Whenever they are going to Spain, all the insurance and healthcare system is already covered.
So all the health protection for international students is covered by the government? So the students need to do any preparation to get that health protection or a proper medical insurances?
When they go with Campus Spain, it's already included. If you are going to travel there or with your visa, sometimes the government asks to have an insurance, with you. But it doesn't matter. If you go to the public hospital in Spain, they are going to take care of you. Yes, and this applies to anyone in Spain. It doesn't matter. Like you are sick, you go to the hospital, they are going to take care of you. Okay. Of course, you can have your own private insurance in order to sometimes have a quicker check-up or for some specific things, like, I don't know, maybe dentistry or something like that. But in any case, the public healthcare system covers everyone.
Okay, so the last question. This is your spotlight. Isaac, I give you my spotlight. You can describe how should the students choose Spain, please?
Okay. So first of all, I will encourage everyone that has some curiosity about Spain. I invite you to just check online, search some pictures of Spain, check where we are, our role, our culture. You're going to find some similarities with Indonesia itself. We like a lot to chit chat. We like to be in family with our friends. We like to have work and life balance. Very good. Of course, you're going to go to European Union. Your quality of university is going to be outstanding.
Yeah.
You're going to have all the benefits that I mentioned after. I mean, while you're going to live in Spain, you're going to enjoy the food, the culture, the people. Spanish people is going to love international students. They are going to love to hang around with you. They're going to ask you, just go out with us, play this, do that. Just 2 weeks ago, I was with some students of us, the PPI Español, in Indonesia. And I was asking them, so how are you doing in Spain? And they were telling me about their stories, and I was super happy because I was looking to them and like, these guys are fully integrated there, you know. And I was super happy for them because they are normal students, international students, living in Spain and doing great. So that's our objective for the students to go to Spain, get admission in university, living the university life in Spain, in Europe. And after that, you are good to go, search for a job and have your life.
Maybe now I just pack my bags and go to Spain. Sounds good, right? Okay, the last question. It's also so many listeners here wants to know where to get more information, further information about the scholarships link, or maybe which numbers to call to know more about campus in Spain.
Okay, so 3 things. First of all, you can check our social media, which is Campus Spain. Super easy, straightforward. You can visit our website, which is campusspain.es. That's a Spanish website. And additionally, you can also contact me. My phone here in Indonesia for our students, which is, I would say, di bahasa.
Okay,
and
that's good.
in English. So 813 1478 0708. And in English, so 813-1478-0708. And just feel free to drop me a WhatsApp with your doubts, with your questions, if you want to know more. Again, what I mentioned, we advise every student individually. We are with them, and it's a slow but precise process in order for the students to go to university in Spain. That's what we do.
Okay, so to answer menjawab pertanyaan dari Pak Tro ini tadi sudah disampaikan Isaac ya. Jadi untuk Pak Tro yang ingin tahu lebih lanjut untuk media sosialnya bisa langsung Campus Spain atau juga bisa mengunjungi website campusspain.es, ES in English, right?
Yes.
ES. Atau Pak Tro dan juga sahabat Sonora yang ingin tahu lebih lanjut, Anda juga bisa langsung menghubungi di nomornya Isaac langsung tadi ya, 0813-1478-0708. Dan juga mengingatkan untuk Anda sahabat Sonora, Anda bisa mengikuti pameran pendidikan ini dengan mendownload aplikasi Kanisius Education Fair 2022 di App Store dan juga Play Store. Isaac, thank you for coming today, for giving us some pictures about Spain, why the students have to choose Spain to continue their study. Good luck with the next event, I guess.
My pleasure. Terima kasih banyak for inviting me,
Oke, dan demikian tadi sahabat Sonora, saya pamit dulu dari Sonora Pagi. Kita ketemu lagi di kesempatan lainnya. Have a nice day. Bye.